Every threshold has a guardian, not one with a sword, one with a story. And that story is a lie, a perfectly crafted lie, precisely timed, whispered at the final second to make you question everything. And here's the thing about that lie. It doesn't shout, it doesn't demand. It actually speaks in your voice using your language. And it comes cloaked in care, in reason, in concern for others. And its goal is very simple: to keep you small, to keep you stuck, without letting you feel like you're abandoning yourself. This is the lie at the threshold, the one last piece of self-deception, custom built to stop you from crossing your threshold. You've met it before, and so have I, and here's what it sounds like. Maybe I'm not being compassionate enough. Maybe I'm rushing into this. Maybe I owe it to them to try one more time. Maybe this discomfort means it's not right or aligned. Maybe the cost is too high. Maybe I can bring them with me. Maybe coherence can just wait. But underneath all those maybes is one simple fear. I will be alone on the other side of this. That's the root, that's the core of the lie, that if you cross, you will lose love, lose belonging, lose identity, and find only emptiness in return. But that's false, not because you won't lose anything, but because what you do lose was never yours to keep in the first place. Belonging built on your silence, not yours. Love built on performance, not yours. Stability built on your willingness to adapt and bend and fold, not yours. They were illusions held together by your participation in your own disappearance. And the lie at the threshold is the last thread keeping those illusions alive. It's the final voice of the man you no longer are, begging for a little bit more time to keep pretending that the past can be preserved while the future is being born, but it can't. This is not about aggression. This is about precision, because at the threshold, you don't need more knowledge. You don't need more preparation. You don't need more language. You need to name the lie out loud with clarity and without apology. You need to say, this is the story that's kept me safe, but it cannot carry me forward. That story might be noble. It might be very clever. It might even sound like love. But if it requires you to shrink, to wait, to soften your truth in order to maintain what you've already outgrown, then it's not love, it's fear. A fear disguised as moral high ground, as spiritual maturity, as duty, as loyalty. But the only thing you owe now to yourself is the truth. And here it is. Every man meets this lie. Every man hears this voice. And the ones who cross anyway, they don't argue with it. They don't fight it. They don't try to prove it wrong. They simply stop believing it. They recognize it as the echo of a former self trying to save itself from extinction, and they choose not to listen. That choice, that internal refusal to be persuaded by the voice of delay, is the crossing. The moment the lie loses power is the moment the threshold opens. And so here's the invitation. Stop negotiating with yourself. Stop bargaining with who you used to be. Stop trying to refine the perfect exit. There's no elegant way to leave a life that depended upon your silence. There's no tidy departure from a pattern that you built to consume your soul. There's only the truth and the step that follows it. And if the lie rises again, as it always will, you don't need to explain yourself to it. You can bless it and keep walking forward. Welcome to The Architect Speaks.